Hey, what's going on, guys? Donovan here. In today's video I have my Trinity T2 and I'm gonna go ahead and load the second revision tune that Sean from Hemifever sent to me. He said it should be good to go, so guess it'll be a good time for a review. So I have the car in run. I'm gonna go ahead and let the Trinity T2 boot up a little bit so that I could start installing the tune while I load up the car. I got a couple of things. And I just want to say, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to go ahead and do an updated review on my T2. About a year ago, I did a more formal review of it, and I definitely have some things that I want to address now that I have. That beeping was annoying, sorry. There's definitely a few things that I want to address that I've experienced with it recently as I've gotten into the custom tuning realm of this tool. As you guys know, for a long time I was running just the canned Diablo tune that came on here, the 91 octane. I went ahead and decided it was time for a custom tune because I got the long tube headers installed and everything, so it's gonna go ahead and write this. So if you guys hear some intermediate beeping in the back, it's because the car goes crazy. When you tune it, it throws every possible light. So in the first version of the tune, he went ahead and put a throttle booster on, which I had asked for. I asked him the second time around to go ahead and turn it down because the car was too peppy, and I was afraid that in the event my mom had to drive the car or something, that she would go through the garage door with it. So I went ahead, had him turn that down. And one thing I did notice that really bothered me about the first tune was that the car was revving way too high. I'm not knocking Sean from Hemifever. He obviously, I would say, knows way more about these motors than I do. I'm just saying from my personal experience, from what I know from these motors and from how the car drove with that first tune. If you're familiar with the 5.7, the stock cam profile does not produce a ton of power higher in the RPMs. I think it likes to peak around like 4,500 and then it kind of dies off. That's why these things don't shift too high, because there's really no reason for it to. I think it shifted at like 5750 before, whereas with the first revision of the tune, I think it was getting probably pretty damn close to 6,500 RPM, which there's no reason for that. I was kind of afraid that it might damage the car. I only went wide open throttle maybe 1 or 2 times, so I don't think there's anything I need to worry about. But keep in mind that there is no reason for the car to shift that high. The Hemi, I believe, in its stock form, since I haven't torn the engine apart, just is not set up properly to rev that high. Okay, so as you guys can see, I have changed outfits. It is now a couple days later. As you guys know, it has been an interesting time in California. I've gotten to drive this thing for a couple of days now, and I think I've driven it a fair enough to where I could give you a pretty good review of it. So the tune feels absolutely fantastic. The car idles perfectly, which I guess isn't a big deal given that it's almost stock, but idles nicely. Throttle response is good. It's not too touchy. The throttle response is nice. It's better than stock. Look at that Mustang right there. I didn't even see that. Car's way cooler than mine over there. So it feels great. The car is amazingly quiet now. It doesn't drone since I took off the or since Sean took off the 4-cylinder mode. And when I mean it's quiet, I mean it's quiet when we're driving around town, not when I get on it. When I get on it, I would bet it's probably louder now. I don't know if you guys can hear this, but that Mustang sounds absolutely amazing. It's stealing the show on my video right now. So as I said earlier in the video, he did adjust the shift points as well, so it doesn't shift too high and it doesn't sound like the engine is gonna die or run out of breath. so that feels a lot better. All in all, I have to say that if you have $200 to spend for your car and you have basic boltons and stuff, it would be smart of you to look into a custom tune like this if you're only running the can tunes, because I have to say there is a world of a difference between the can tunes and this custom Hemifever tune. It feels so much better. I was trying to miss that bump, but I think I actually hit it even worse. Feels absolutely fantastic. Car drives great. In terms of, you know, getting in touch with Sean and stuff, I do have to say it is a little difficult. There were a few times that I had to email him twice before he responded, but ultimately he did get all my questions answered, so it is what it is. And I also have to praise him because he worked with my weird situation, because when I did the data logs and stuff, I have to do it in like weird time spans, because as you guys know, I'm coming back and forth from school, so I wasn't able to do the data logs in a timely fashion. So if he does see this video, I want to thank you for working with me in my situation. Anyways, yeah, car feels great. Definitely one of the best 200 bucks I probably spent on this thing. It's really bringing all the boltons I have together, and you know, we'll see what's next for this car in the future. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, of course, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments and I'll try to get them answered. And once again, I'd like to thank you guys for the tremendous support over the past few weeks. It has been incredible how much the channel has grown, and you know, how much feedback I've gotten from you guys, the viewers, my subscribers and everything. So thank you guys. I'll see you on the next video. Peace out.